Okay, so before we get started here, the first thing I need you to do is drop a like if you think my golden doodle Teddy is cute. Look at that handsome guy. And then second, comment down below if you have a story about a time where you cheated or took a shortcut.
Here we go.
Okay, Senator Ashby's tip of the day for how to be a successful remote learner is do not take shortcuts. So, quick little story about a time when I took a shortcut is when I was in middle school, I was trying to learn how to type on a computer. And when I started, they wanted me to not look at the keyboard and they wanted me to have my hand in a certain position. And I figured out that I could type a lot quicker if I just looked down at the keyboard. And so even though I was supposed to follow a certain system, I took a shortcut. And at the beginning, guess what? I was faster than everybody. But by the end, the students who actually followed the directions were way better typers than I was. So when I got into high school, I had to take another typing class. And this time I decided, you know what? The last typing class, I actually didn't end up learning anything because I took shortcuts. That helped me at the beginning, but in the long run made my life a lot tougher. So this time I decided no matter what, I'm gonna follow the rules. And so I did not look at my hands. I followed all the directions. And you know what? It was really hard. At the beginning of that class, I stunk. I was terrible at typing. I kept typing the wrong letters. I was slow. But little by little, by not taking shortcuts, I actually started to learn how to actually type. And now I'm a great typer. So for remote learning, if you see that your teacher has assigned you, 8 learning activities and you think you can only do 2 learning activities, you're right. At the beginning, you're going to go faster. Maybe you're able to complete the assignments, but if you're not doing everything that your teacher assigned, it's going to catch up with you eventually. In language classes, one of the biggest things would be using Google Translate. At the beginning, maybe you can get away with using Google Translate, but as the course goes on, you're going to realize that by using Google Translate instead of doing the actual learning, it's going to hurt you in the long run. And as a remote learner, there's less people checking in on you. It is easier, let's be honest, it's easier to cheat if you have your heart set on that. But what's going to happen is in the long run, your grade will suffer. You might not realize it at first, or maybe you're not caught doing it the first time, but eventually what's going to happen is your grade will suffer because you're not doing the learning required. And things like Google Translate or looking up answers online, in the long run, it will hurt you and your grade will suffer. So tip number 1, don't take shortcuts. Looking forward to a fantastic year being your teacher, and we'll talk to you soon.